for an SSD to turn on. There we go. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Whoa, look at this. Hot butter. Oh my gosh, look, it's Spain. Hot butter. Right on the popcorn.
What in the world, according to Garp?
The Morning Stream. Maybe I can help you. I am Boba Fett.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to TMS. It's the Morning Stream for December 5th, 2024. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Abbott. Hi, Brian.
Hi there. Hello and happy Friday Eve.
Yeah, it's Rivals Day. We were just talking in pre-show about this.
It's the arrival of rivals.
Yeah.
Marvel Rivals.
Go pre-install your Marvel Rivals on your Series X, your PlayStation 5, your home computer.
That's right. Your PC. Install it on your PC.
That's right. I don't know if it's available for Switch. I didn't check, but I doubt it. It looks a little too graphically intensive.
Oh, yeah.
Probably not showing up there.
Probably.
We'll talk more about this on Core, of course. And if you want our pre-show where we go into it deep, because look, Brian, I don't know anyone who's a bigger Marvel fan than Brian. You guys know this about him?
Loser is what I am.
So he's about to get 38 new minifigs in digital form on his computer.
That's right. I don't have to paint a single one.
Nope.
By the way, got to show this off. I picked this up yesterday.
What do we got here?
And I'll use this as my this will be my thumbnail. So those of you who listen to this show audio only, you'll see a picture of this. But this is new Scotty Young statue that I picked up, which is Deadpool in the Lucy Van Pelt style. The doctor is in, the psychiatrist is in, and it's his little Merc stand, $1 Merc.
With all his his guns and shit.
All of his little, look at the back, all of his weapons in the back there, and a stack of pancakes.
That's great. That's freaking great. And it's all in the Scotty Young style, which is one of the greatest styles.
Scotty Young style, really cool. Look at, this looks like cardboard up here.
Oh, it's all really corrugated. Slick. Look at that.
Yeah, it's all corrugated. It's really, really well done.
Oh, that's awesome. That's just a complete thing you buy somewhere?
Yeah, complete thing you buy somewhere. Comic store.
Okay.
Went to the comic store last night, and they're like, we've got one of these left. We've sold out of the rest of them, but I know you do the Scotty Young statues. And I'm like, yeah, does my hold slot discount apply? And he's like, it sure does.
Oh, nice. And you're supporting a local business. Yeah.
And I'm supporting a local business. Exactly.
That's great, dude. That's cool.
I really like it. It's a comic store called Coffee Cat Comics. Bumped into Old Man Frank's and Old Lady Frank's there earlier this year.
Oh, nice. And, I always forget they're in Colorado, but I don't know why. I always think they're in Texas.
Yeah. No, it was
that's great. That's a great. That's a good sign that Old Man Frank's is still a big nerd and hanging out at comic stores and all that. That's fantastic.
For sure. Yes.
I haven't talked to him in ages. So
I know they're doing great. They're such good people. They're very good people.
They're good peeps.
They're good peeps.
Yeah.
They're good peeps.
I almost reached out to him and said, "Hey, you should just do like a one-off throwback Old Man Frank segment for this new instance thing."
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah.
I didn't do it though. I should reach out because we still could have him do it this month if you wanted.
Yeah,
it'd be fun. Patrick did one. He could do one. Why not? Let's get Randy Deluxe to come on for one. Probably not. Blizzard won't do it.
Randy Deluxe? Oh gosh, yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, they get weird about that stuff.
Yeah, that would be a little bit. No, Patrick had to stop doing it because of that business.
That's true. Although maybe things have changed. I don't know how the Microsoft stuff is still new, so who knows how that affects anything. Brian, I have never. Oh, did they delete the post?
Yes, I hope you have a screenshot of it.
I should have and didn't.
Oh, bummer.
This guy must have felt bad and deleted it. All right, so shoot, I should have done it.
It's all right. You can still describe what this wonderful human being said.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a nice enough guy, but it basically came down to this. Let's see if my replies remained, because maybe they're just there replying to nobody. Yeah, it's weird. He must have got piled on a little bit because I didn't say anything mean to him. I was just like, okay, well, whatever. Anyway, so this guy, I had said to the let's see, there's my post. Let's see. I said this about what I just started watching, that I've been waiting to watch for way too long, and that was, I'm burning time here. Here we go. Scott, where is it? Can't find it. Oh, here it is. A post one day ago, I wrote, took way too long to start Dune Prophecy. Plug this business straight into my veins, says I. All right.
Okay.
The guy wrote back and said, you may as well put pure rubbing alcohol into your veins and kill yourself because Dune is so boring. And I went, oh, well, I get it. It's not for everyone. You should read the books if you really want to be bored. You know, I just kind of, I was just being like friendly. I didn't want to be a dick.
Not really deflect, but like, yeah, you were.
I'm like, if you think this show's boring, wait till you hear about these movies and then wait till you hear about the source material. Holy crap, it's going to be. If you don't, and that's the thing, I want to acknowledge this. Dune is not for everyone. It never has been.
No.
Very divisive because some people love the slow, methodic brain fart that is Dune. And some people really don't, and I get it, and I don't decry them at all. I think they should. I'm glad they have a thing they don't want.
You know, if you don't like it, you don't like it, and it's totally fine if you don't like it.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with it, and essentially that's what I told this guy, especially after his next reply, which was, at least the acting's second rate, or just kind of being an a-hole about it. And I said, no, it's fine, dude. This surely isn't for everyone. And I kind of left it at that. And then he wrote back again, still complaining.
Really? Like, he was just so insistent.
Yeah, he really wanted me not to like it or to justify his position.
I think he just wanted, it wasn't that he really wanted to change your mind. He just wanted to make sure that you left feeling like.
Yeah, no, walk off like that. Right. So instead, I wrote back one more time. And said, "LOL, I get it. You don't like Dune, right?"
Yeah, good.
Because he's not gonna change my mind. I love this stuff, and I'm watching the show. I'm 2 episodes in. There's a third out, and the rest is still coming. And it's exactly what I want. It's this high-mindy, heavy sci-fi, freaking ridiculous Game of Thrones in space kind of stuff. I love it. I freaking love it.
Sounds awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and the show is doing that for me, like the movies did, like the books did. And so I'm already in. You're not going to take me out, and there's nothing he can say. Yeah. It's like saying, someone's saying Fury Road is bad. Oh, okay, well, let's have that conversation. We're not going to have that conversation. You don't like it, I like it. That's just the bottom line. So that's kind of where I left it. I was really looking forward to reading it, though. And now he's deleted his original post, which means he probably blocked me, is what it means. Which is hilarious because I was nice. I was nice the whole time. In fact, he was a stranger that just came and replied rando to my original post, which was I'm excited about Dune Prophecy. And I'm like, you know what? I thought I'd left all that shit behind on X. I don't need everybody just.
People find this place and be like, oh, a whole new place for me to troll and get under people's skin. Awesome. Oh, this one's not working. Better find a new target.
Yeah, like it's a weird thing. So for whatever it is, I should have screen capped it. It would have been a fun read here on the show, but it's gone now.
No kidding. I haven't started it yet, but my buddy Don, who's all in on stuff like that, usually, he stopped. He did. He did cancel Star Wars though because of the whole Cara Dune situation.
Oh, he's not happy with how that went.
He hasn't watched a single Star Wars things yet, so that's their sense. So that kind of tells you a little bit about him. But
sure.
But he does like this, and he's big into Dune, big into the heavy sci-fi, and so for this I trust his opinion. Not on much else, but on this I do trust his opinion.
Yeah, Dune fans know who they are, and they know where their friends are, and it's fine. It's all good. Like, I read God Emperor Dune way back in the day, which is insane. It's 10,000 years after Paul Atreides. It deals with a giant sentient half man, half worm who kind of runs everything. It's insane stuff. It's like drug-induced weird.
It is Frank Herbert on an acid trip.
Yeah. But I love it. So you're not going to talk me down from this hill. I freaking love it. Anyway, so that leads me just to what I wanted to say real quick about Prophecy. Prophecy is very cool so far, I think. And I think if you like Dune, high recommendation. If you don't like that, I think you're probably not going to like it. If you like, I would say this though, if you like Warhammer and the parts of Warhammer 40K that are all about the Imperium and the Emperor and the bigger picture stuff, you'll love this because most of 40K is kind of torn right from Dune, like whether we want to admit it or not. A lot of that stuff was inspired by it. The acting's really good. Mark Strong is great. He's great in everything. So whatever, just put him in your stuff. Cool. Although he's him and Stanley Tucci are slowly becoming the same human being.
They're you never see them in the same room together at the same time.
My wife saw him on screen and goes, "Hey, it's Stanley Tucci," and I went, "No, it's not. It's not Stanley Tucci. It's Mark Strong."
Oh, funny.
It's a very different guy.
What did I just see? I just watched Stanley Tucci in something. I talked about it on
your Pope thing, right? Your Pope deal.
Oh yes, the Pope deal.
Yeah,
yep.
What was that called?
Conclave.
Conclave,
yeah,
not Enclave.
Which is now rentable at home, and pretty soon it'll be regular streaming at home. And I'll probably recommend it at that time.
Very excited to see that.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it, but when it gets here,
you'd never like if I said, "Oh yeah, one of the most thrilling movies of the year is about the changing of the Pope."
Yeah,
you'd never believe me.
I love. It's weird though. I hate what religion does to the world, generally speaking, wars and all that.
Yeah.
But I love movies that are about religious intrigue.
Yeah.
It's fun. They're fun. Like, and I don't just mean like, what's the Tom Hanks based on
Da Vinci Code?
Yeah.
No, but more like there's a prophecy going on in the church and it goes all the way to the top.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. I love that stuff.
Yeah, trying to think of. I want to say the Presidio, but it's not the Presidio. But it is something else with Connery that came out around that same time.
Oh,
is it the Prophecy?
Is it?
That's what I was thinking. Maybe. Oh, The Name of the Rose. Is that the one with Connery? That's the one with Connery, right?
Oh, yes, that is the one with Connery. That's a good movie.
That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. That's the kind of thing that I think of. Yeah. By the way, Galantino Israel says, "Oh my God, my wife saw an old denim jeans commercial with Tucci. Apparently, he was yummy back in the day." Her term, not mine. Yes, they showed that commercial at the Alamo Drafthouse right before Conclave, and I could not get it out of my head while I was watching the movie because it's Stanley Tucci's like all buff and he's dancing.
Yeah.
You know, it's great. It's a really look it up, folks. It's really, really good.
I'm all in on this. That sounds great. I assume he was I think he's a very handsome older man, but I assume when he started out, he probably looked pretty good. Did you ever see the movie Doubt with Philip Seymour Hoffman and
Philip Seymour Hoffman and Meryl Streep and
dude.
That's so good.
That movie's It's again another one of those. It's just like a really good, story told at the heart of a religious mess. It's great.
Yeah,
great movies.
Scott, have you seen that reminds me, this morning I watched something. This is unrelated. There's no Stanley Tucci or anything, but it is kind of related to the Marvel topic a second ago. No, we've got some time here.
Yeah, we always got time. We're good.
Have you seen the 1987 Marvel Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade float?
No.
I'm about to show you some of the most beautiful magic you're ever going to see.
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Share this on screen.
Okay.
And for those of you listening, we'll have to give you the play-by-play, but you'll look for this. You'll have to look for this when you're done because this is something special.
Here we go. I can already tell we're in for something great.
There is a cameo in here that you won't believe.
Wow! Look at Strange.
Oh, you're not getting any music. You have no
audio. I'm sorry. Audio's off.
Yeah.
Let me go back.
Because the audio. There's another part of the audio. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, here we go.
Quick, Captain America! Wolverine needs your help.
Wow, they're VOing it.
They're using Back to the Future music for some reason.
Oh yeah, this is Back to the Future.
Yes.
What the heck? Wow.
You're through, Dr. Doom.
You're through, buddy.
Wait for it.
Well, they did a Scooby-Doo hallway scene there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting electrocuted.
Yep.
And Robocop!
Wait, what? Who's that? What's he doing?
Yeah! This is the greatest thing ever made.
I don't know what's coming out of the White Queen's crotch, but
Dude. Where's Marty McFly? They may as well go all the way here.
totally.
So, all right. I wish... There's the Hulk.
Yeah. He's got a headache or something, or he keeps whacking his head.
Just banging on that building. Fixing his helmet. Oh, Lord. I mean... Dude, I love this.
Isn't this great?
I love this. Is he gonna... What is he doing?
He's like positioning him for the drop. As Dr. Doom and the Green Goblin ease the Hulk down to the next level.
That's incredible. I mean, that's getting shared far and wide today. That's really great, dude.
The RoboCop cameo is the best part of it. Like, he just comes out of that whole like, hey, pulling this lever, see ya.
Yeah. I cannot recommend audio people enough to go seek that out. What's the name of that video?
Marvel Universe Macy's Float 1987.
Okay.
There
it is.
Thanksgiving Day float.
I'll put this somewhere in the notes so that you can get to it easily. You have to go see that. That is freaking great.
It's freaking magic. It is what it is.
It's really great. Why is I'm sorry, we still haven't answered this question. Why is Robocop there?
Why is Robocop there? I mean, whoever was filming this thing really did it injustice, because we see the top of Silver Surfer's head as he's running around. We see I think Iron Man running by. Like, we need a lot of different cuts of the view of this. Like, CBS did not film this properly.
The number one comment is suddenly Robocop is the number one comment on the YouTube video.
I believe it.
That is absolutely wonderful. I freaking love that. All right, I'm keeping that.
Suddenly Robocop.
I'm keeping that forever. That was so good. Good catch, Brian.
Yeah.
Man, that was good. All right.
Jason, like, the new Marvel Rivals demo looks insane.
Yeah, right? Oh, man, imagine that as your intro screen or something. That would really change how I feel about my anticipation of said game.
Yeah.
All right, I got to talk about something for a minute that I just think needs discussion.
Sure.
There's a certain food item you can buy at stores. These have been around forever. I used to get them in high school. Speaking of 1987. And they look like this. Now, those at home seeing this, these are Hostess donuts, raspberry filled. So these are like, they have a hole, sort of. They're not like solid. They do have a hole, but the hole's not much of a hole. You couldn't put your finger through there, I don't think.
Well, I mean, it's a donut. You could force your finger.
Well, that's true. You could... Man, we're getting close to some danger here.
Yeah, this is going to be, boy, it's a good thing Jamie doesn't do clips anymore.
Yeah, it's a good thing he's busy today, because, boy. Anyway, so I'm, these things, excuse me, have not really been part of my life for many, many years. I just they're not good for you. They're not, whatever. But for some reason... There's a box of these around. I think it's because Sarah and Steve are here, and maybe they bought it or something.
Oh, this is a photo from your house. This isn't just something from, you just copied a...
Oh, this actually I got from the internet, so I don't know where this was taken. But the one upstairs...
But you do have a...
Yeah,
but you do have a box of them.
We have them upstairs, and there were two missing, and I think Sarah and Steve brought them because they're in town, and they just were sitting there. And a primal part of me that hasn't reared its head and come out of its cave for 20-plus years... suddenly lurched forward with very little control, opened this thing and ate 1.5 of these.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Now,
did you choke on the powder? Did you accidentally inhale as you were taking that first bite? And
no, actually, that's funny. I was so trained for this, I remembered to not do that. I was careful about the powder, because the powder, you're right, powder will gag you if you're not careful.
It will gag you, yeah. And it will get all over. Like, if I'm wearing a black shirt, there's no way I could eat one of those today and not look like I just hugged Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, you need like a bib or something.
something.
Yeah.
Or just eat it, like hunch over the sink and eat it if you can eat one.
And I think I'm pretty sure I got powder on my black, because I had a black hoodie on yesterday, and I think I got it all powdered up. Because this morning Kim's like, "Why is all this? What is this powder on your thing?" And I go, "That's my cocaine. I have a cocaine problem."
Yeah.
But apparently I have something close to that, because these, I'd forgotten how much I love these. Like I could,
really. Oh my god!
I love
you know what
them
I
so
hate about
much.
those? And more for you. I'm not going to yuck your yum, but my problem with those always was that the donut part was way too dry surrounding that raspberry filling. Like that raspberry filling needs to be a reservoir twice the size to combat how dry the donut is around it.
That's fair. It's basically the thickness of a small tube as it loops through, and it's not very big. You're right.
Yeah,
it's not big.
Yeah, you need more liquid to combat how dry that is. Like, I can't resist a Boston cream. You put a Boston cream donut in front of me, I will. While I'm on the treadmill at the gym, I'll eat a freaking Boston cream if you put it in front of me.
Yeah.
I'd have zero willpower anywhere you
Those are
give
great.
it to me. But
Do love that.
and we went to friggin' Pink Box at TMS Vegas, man.
Oh, that place is great.
They make a great one, and they've got the ample reservoir of Bavarian cream filling inside of Boston cream.
I expect to see many ample reservoir titles today in the titles.
Ample reservoir. Yeah. It is my kryptonite, the Boston cream donut.
All right. Yeah. So I think if I was to choose, like if I had the choice, I would go Boston cream also. These are very low rent, right? They're cheap. You get them at gas stations.
They're cheap. You get a box of those for, what does it say on the top, $1.99 or something?
Yeah, they're cheap. They may be more now, but
cheap.
When I used to get them, I'd buy a box of these. This is when I was much younger, and I burned calories like it was nothing. Now I'm really not supposed to eat these. Got a lot of sugar in this shit. What am I doing? Mm-hmm. So I had regrets. I even had dreams about them, like, because I was regretting it so much. I was like, why did you do that? Why did you do that? And then I went to sleep and had this weird dream. Freaking Amy Robinson was in my dream. And this is weird. You know what? It's kind of dark, so I don't even know I should tell it. I'm going to tell it anyway, though, because it's not my fault I dreamt this. And I don't know if Amy's here. If she's not, somebody can pass this on.
Plug your ears, Chuck.
But this is what happened. Oh, it's not like it's nothing sexual, but she was like, she was in this dream, and she was standing there, and she looked at me in this dream and said, it was like a room full of, I don't know how to explain this. It was like a very empty white room, very clinical.
Sorry, go ahead.
And she's standing there in a very like scientific looking getup, like a coat and all that.
Okay.
And she looks at me like kind of down and dead in the eyes and said, "Did you eat the powdered jelly-filled donut?" in the dream. And I said, "Yes, I did." And she takes a knife out of her pocket, like a curved knife. This may have come from Dune Prophecy because they have these curved knives.
Like a, It's like a
little
like a
sickle.
dagger, like a curved dagger.
Yeah, like a dagger, but it's got like a little curve on it. Yeah. She pulls out this curved dagger and just takes it across her throat.
Across her own.
Her own.
I thought she was going to punish you for eating the donut.
I know. Takes her out as if I did something that now makes, now everyone has to do this thing. And then I woke up going, what the frick what is that?
And then you heard,
yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
That's it. There it is.
Yeah, there it is. So, Amy, I don't understand what happened there. I promise you, that's the first time she's ever entered a dream of mine, and why it was her and why that, I don't understand any of it. It's like no sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't eat them.
Oh my God! All right. I think I'm feeling like things are starting to solidify for our plans for the. We're bringing back the TMS Film Festival.
Yeah,
folks.
we are.
And Scott's had a lot of dreams over the years, and we've had a lot of the audio clips. I think recreating your favorite TMS thing, like a dramatization, like a documentary dramatization, because I know how much you love dramatizations.
I love them. In this context, I love them. Yeah. Right? Yeah, I'd love them in this context. This would be great.
You could just reenact the dude in the car going honk, whatever you want, like
any TMS meme, or I'm writing this down.
Yeah.
This is great.
This is it.
I think we finally found our subject because we were.
Yes, we were trying to figure out what the subject of the TMS Film Festival would be.
That's great. That is great, Brian. I love that. All right, I'm writing it down. You guys will get your dates and all that. You're going to recreate something on the show, doesn't matter, something we said, cheetahs or something stupid.
Test the ship's phasers. Pretend you're a Tadpooler's mom at the Star Trek experience, and you get to, I guess it was at a Universal Studios Star Trek thing.
Put the rice into the thing. You can do a whole cooking thing with that guy.
Oh, right. Oh, my gosh. The Third Eagle cosplay.
Yeah.
Get on it.
Yeah.
There's so much there.
You know who could do that?
Gary.
From
Lantronic.
Yeah, Lantronic. Gary could do it. Anyway, more on that soon. We'll get back to you.
Yeah.
We heard from Jeff Sire, our favorite Canadian. Sorry, other Canadians. You just don't hold up to Jeff Sire.
You don't measure up to Jeff Sire.
The truth is, he could kick your ass. Is the thing. He's a big guy.
Which is why we do put him at the top. It's less about us liking him the most. It's more about us being afraid of him the most.
Yeah, he rides giant hogs across the country. And by that, I mean motorcycles, in case there's confusion. He rides a big hog. And
That's a big hog, that guy.
He's got ham-like arms. He's a buff dude, went in the military. We're scared of him is what we're saying. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Jeff says this. Scott and Brian, on Wednesday's show, Scott talked about getting a bad review from a woman who received a broken game from him. We talked about the eBay thing.
Yeah.
Scott said that it showed that the wisdom of crowds doesn't work. Well, that wasn't the direct connection I was trying to make, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
It says no, because this one woman is not the crowd. The crowd is the star rating, which I should imagine is in the 5 stars and is likely an accurate reflection of you as an online store. What it shows is some people are dumbasses in how they use reviews. If one review out of 100 is negative, I think we all know that one reviewer is likely a dick. I'll be way more suspicious of a large store with 1,000 reviews and 0 single-star bad reviews. The wisdom of crowds works amazingly well, Jeff. All right, so my point, I had a broader point that I probably didn't say very well, which is, I'm thinking more like the broader sort of social media stuff, like it's just a mess, like it's so full of bots, and you never, like things that I don't trust are like user reviews on Metacritic are bad, because they don't have to own the game to leave a review. So if somebody's just mad that this game stars a black guy and they want to go be pissy and do 0-star reviews for it, they can. It's just like that's their thing. Same with Rotten Tomatoes audience scores.
Yeah, if you don't have to prove in some way that you've seen the movie, it opens it up to why'd they have to make the Little Mermaid black.
Yeah, and then they go and they just like review bombs. At least in Steam's case, while there are some review bomb cases, in Steam's case you have to own the game, and it will tell you if that reviewer returned it, so you can see their playtime and if they returned it.
Really? Oh, see, that's great.
Yeah.
That is really good.
So if they only played a half an hour or 10 minutes and did a return, and then were all pissy about a game they didn't play, you can tell and you can dismiss that outright. If you see one where it's 500 hours played and they still own it or returned it, well, they can't after 500 hours. You only get 2 hours before you can not return it. But anyway, let's say he had 500 hours and he leaves the negative review. Well, that review is then interesting because
you really played it a lot.
Well, or in my mind, he's someone worth listening to because he's had the experience, and now he can say with some authority why he thinks the game isn't as good as he thought it was, or whatever.
Or he just forgot to close the game, left it going all weekend, and
that can happen. That's true. So there's a bunch of ways to game all these systems.
My Astroneer hours are astronomical because I was leaving it on a lot when I wasn't playing it, so that it could like complete research for me and that sort of thing.
Sure, that happens quite a lot, but especially like factorial style games, people leave those on all the time and let them just like build up.
Yeah, just build up, sure.
Yeah. And sometimes Bo will play a game, pause it, go to the bathroom, and then forget what he was doing, lay on the couch and go to sleep, and then 4 hours later, like he'll do that. So I can't trust his numbers either. So your point is a good one. You can game just about all of these things. Some are a little less so than others. And that's where my beef is. My beef isn't that one review out of 100 is bad and that should be a problem. But also think of the context. We were talking about how Brian has a smaller number of total reviews. So one review out of 3 being bad hurts his averages more. And to a glance, it's like, oh, that's only 35% positive. I'm not going there. They're like, people's brains aren't going to want to dig deeper and find out, right? So that was the whole, that was the thing. So Jeff, I don't know if that helps give you a little context there. But don't hurt us. Don't come down here and hurt us.
Please.
All right?
Please, we beg you.
Because we think you and Jen and your son and everybody are great. He's a grandpappy now, and that's great. We love you. But don't come kill us. All right. Well, thanks, Jeff. If you want to send in your thoughts, responses, whatever, that came via email, themorningstream@gmail.com, and you are encouraged to use that at your leisure. Let's get straight to some news today, which starts like this. It's time for the news, brought to you by...
Straight from our Promote Yourself room on the Frog Pants Discord, we have Dr. Calhoun's YouTube channel and his latest review, Alien Convergence, a great premise squandered. Does he do a funny face on the thumbnail?
I hope so. I didn't look, but I hope so.
Get it today at youtube.com/at Calhoun's Reviews. And that's CALHOUNS Reviews.
I wish
Calhoun.
YouTube with the username thing would just let you have... I think you can, but you have to apply for it. But I wish they wouldn't do the thing now, because that thing messes you up. Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, I just want youtube.com/Coverville. That's
all
I want.
Yeah, and I have that for Scott Johnson, but I don't have it for something else, some other sub channel. Maybe it was old and I got grandfathered in, or I don't know how it works.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
But the @ symbol sucks, because if you don't include the @ symbol, it won't find it. It's annoying. I don't like it.
Lame.
Yeah.
Lame
Lame is right.
Oh, actually, it does work. I just did youtube.com/Coverville. So apparently grandfathered me in it.
Oh, you got in. Good. Let's see. If I put his in and I take the @ out. Yeah, see, I get a not available when I do his that way.
Not available. Okay, yeah.
But if I put it in, I get Calhoun's Reviews. Maybe he has to apply. I don't know. There's some deal with that where you have to apply for something. Maybe. Oh, he does have a nice thumbnail.
Does he?
Yeah.
Does he have a good thumbnail?
Yeah, look at this. Here, I'll share it with you. It's looks like him in the background there. Here we go. Let's put it up here on our screen. Look at him back there going, I don't know.
Great. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. I'm not even sure what Convergence is. Is that must be a fan film. Alien Convergence?
Yeah, I don't know.
I have to look into that.
Huh.
I think it's a fan film.
I'm guessing, yeah.
Sometimes those are great. So
yeah, actually, yeah, for sure.
Let's get to
Trachtenberg's Portal thing was a fan film.
That's right, and look at him now.
Look at him now. Look what that got him.
Still making fan films, just officially and with IP rights.
Right. Yeah. 10 Cloverfield Lane is the big budget fan film.
That's right. Yeah, I cannot wait for his next Predator follow-up to Prey.
Oh, yeah.
So excited.
So good.
So excited. Yeah. And if him and Fede Alvarez can really get together on a Alien Predator crossover that's good, I would shit myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's talk about vodka-powered robots. All right?
I'm a vodka-powered robot.
Well, you're more of a tequila-powered robot.
Oh, no, I'm definitely not a tequila-powered robot. I'm a gin-powered. If I'm any spirit power, it's definitely gin, because tequila, I get along with tequila right up until bedtime, and then tequila wants to continue partying, and I want to get some sleep.
I think you've talked about this before. So that's I brought that up as I couldn't remember who it was. It was you. This came up at Thanksgiving. Yeah. Somebody there were people there that were fans of either or. And somebody said, oh, no, vodka every day, all day. Why? Well, it's because of this and this and this. Yeah. The other person's like, I can't do it unless it's tequila. It's the best ever. I don't know how anyone stands vodka. Wow. And I went, well, I think I know somebody who says that sleeping with it's an issue. And I couldn't remember who that was. I think it was you.
It's me and tequila. Like, I have a great time. And then it's like, all right, calling it a night. See everybody. And I go to bed and I fall asleep for about an hour, and then 2:00 in the morning or whatever, it's like ding, eyes wide open, with eyes wide open, and I'm like completely awake for the next 6 hours.
That's too much.
Yeah.
Your body needs rest. I don't like that.
No, it's very bad.
Well, let's see how these robots do with it. Vodka-powered robots harness Cheerios-inspired physics for movement in bizarre experiment. Now that headline, there's a lot in there.
Wait. Whoa, hold on. Okay. Vodka-powered robots harness Cheerios-inspired physics.
I know. It's
Scott,
a lot.
Can you break this down for me?
Yes.
I just don't know.
I'm going to give you more so you can chew on this.
Okay, thank you.
In what was certainly one of the quirkiest science demonstrations ever seen, researchers have taken inspiration from a phenomenon Phenomenon. Observed in Cheerios to create tiny robots powered by vodka. It's just a proof of concept for now.
Just even that.
I know.
A phenomenon observed in Cheerios.
Yep.
They're using the word Cheerios in a whole different way than... Is there a town in Sweden called Cheerios?
No. They're saying basically, all right, so they say...
Phenomenon observed in Cheerios to create tiny robots powered by vodka. So now we're going to have another paragraph that just explains that sentence, which was supposed to explain the headline.
Right. And the idea is that they want this to be used for industrial disaster cleanups. So this is like a robot cleanup thing. Again, another paragraph needed to explain that, maybe. Yes. But it says here, the bots are developed by a team led by Jackson Wilt and at Harvard, so here in the States. As reported by the New Scientist, they experimented with 3D printed plastic pucks around a centimeter wide, each containing an air chamber for buoyancy and a miniature fuel tank. But instead of traditional fuel, they filled these tanks with varying concentrations of alcohol ranging from 10 to 50%.
Okay, all right.
There's
So far you're with me. Good.
When the pucks were placed in the water, the alcohol gradually leaked out, setting off what is known as the Marangoni effect. This is the weird Cheerios bit. This occurs when fluid with lower surface tension rapidly spreads across fluid with higher surface tension. As the alcohol with its lower surface tension spreads over the water, it propelled the little robots across the surface. So picture a bowl of milk and
farting vodka across the water.
Yeah, and if you picture milk and Cheerios, they do that weird effect of like the holes fill up and they kind of it depends on how much you have in there. They kind of spread out. I don't know, it's been a while since I've done this. So I can't really even tell you, but it says, let's see, the same phenomenon that allows some species of beetles to skim on the water surface is essentially what this is. But instead of using alcohol, they use concentrations of vodka. Let's see, higher alcohol. I'm trying to find the note about the Cheerios part. Here we go. After nailing the basics, the team created more complex robot assemblies in 3D printing situations, multiple fuel outlets, and the pucks, and linking them all together. This allowed for the robots to trace out a curved path to spin rapidly. Using multiple robots also helped demonstrate the Cheerios effect, the clustering of floating objects caused by attractive forces between the meniscus they created. Meniscuses they create in the water surface. So like Cheerios when they gravitate together.
When they cluster together, right? Because they're Cheerios meniscus.
Yeah.
Delicious.
And I guess the idea is these things could roll across polluted water and clear out the oil. If something
That's interesting, right? So like basically as long as they line up those little pucks with all their vodka holes sticking behind them.
Yep. They're vodka holes.
Where's my degree? Then these things could just skate across the top of the water and push the floating microplastics island.
This is the theory.
Into the sun. No, I don't.
And then before you know it, your BP oil spill is all taken care of by a Cheerio. That's awesome. Essentially.
Do we have Bobby coming this Monday, right? Because we had Schleicher talking about Christmas gifts.
Yeah, we should make him get his head around that.
I'd like to know more about the Mangione effect, or no, the Marangoni effect.
I like the Mangione effect. I like
it goes. Yeah, the Mangione effect goes.
Do you guys know that song, chat? Or are we playing it
really? You know how the young'uns know that song, by the way? Here's how they know it. It's Joey's neighbor across the alley sings it as what is it? It's a great new day, a great new day. No, what does he sing? Oh. There's the guy who sings across the what is the Feels So Good is the Chuck Mangione song.
Right.
But what's the guy across the alley from Joey Tribbiani opens his window every day just to hear this guy sing.
On Friends or on Joey?
On Friends.
Okay. I don't remember
There's a whole episode where he had this neighbor. He was bummed because for some reason he didn't hear that guy for a while, and then it came back. Then he came back. Oh my God. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta
find it.
Friends, Joey.
Probably video.
Mangione.
There you go. That'll get
Morning's here. That's what he sings. Morning's here. The morning's here. here, the morning's here, the morning's here, have no fear. Here's the video. I'm giving it to you right now.
That's great.
I just needed to figure out the word that this guy sings all the time.
I don't remember this. All right. So he looks out the window.
Morning's here. Morning's here. Sunshine is here. The sky is clear. The morning's here.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, some of the
so
kids.
all you kids who don't know who Chuck Mangione is, he's the original artist or the original performer of the song that guy from Friends sang.
Let me tell you how my kids know. Carter has virtually all of King of the Hill memorized, and he was a regular on there. Yeah.
Oh, was he really? Chuck Mangione was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, always showed up. I always had this hat on. He was a spokesman for the Megalomart. That's so he always did the commercials for it and stuff. So yeah, he was a big deal on that show. So there you go. His
there you go. So the Chuck
on.
Mangione effect lasted longer than the Mangoni effect for Cheerios.
Yeah, think of that. We've really cracked it open. Here's another one for you. Another sort of sciencey based one. Health experts urge male college students to stay away from honey packets that supposedly enhance sexual performance. Colleges and universities, they tend to be a place where young people can explore their sexuality and try to find new things, ideally in a safe and consensual and healthy environment. In
Thanks
college.
for explaining college.
Yeah, thanks a lot, college explainer. However, they often happen to be in places where a number of different sexual faux pas go down. And in the case of a recent viral sex trend sweeping the U.S. college campuses, some of these mishaps can even turn dangerous.
Oh, no.
According to the New York Post, male students in the U.S. are consuming quote-unquote honey packets that have been labeled and marketed as sexual enhancers. However, given the product's list of natural ingredients, some health professionals are warning students to stay away from the new trend. Specifically, the FDA has issued several warnings about multiple honey packet brands, citing hidden drug ingredients in the product and urging consumers to be careful what they are ingesting. This caution is especially prevalent if any students... This caution is especially prevalent if any students then plan to mix the packet with alcohol. It's a weird way of saying that. A common theme seen in popular TikTok videos promoting it. So apparently this is some kind of like some of the ingredients in Cialis or something is like part of this.
Interesting. Thing. So, God, it feels like college students shouldn't have any problem with that.
I mean, it seems like, well, yeah. Like, what's the point of you're in college? Okay. What? You're in your prime.
The chemistry, by the way, between these two on the top of this page is palpable.
Oh yeah, like you can tell they're going to get married.
Cut that chemistry with a knife. I know she's interviewing him, but
they're going to have kids one day. You watch.
Bebas.
Yeah.
So this is bizarre. So you buy. I'm looking at this next video at the liquor store. You buy a honey packet with Red Bull and 2 or 3 different kinds of alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Not good. It's not good. Don't be doing it.
Bizarre.
It says here, the FDA proved that the formula of these honey packets contain these nefarious pharmaceutical drugs. For example, drugs such as sildenafil can cause dangerous side effects, including sudden blood pressure spikes, chest pain, vision changes, and even heart attacks.
Oh.
Yes. Let's see what else they say. Anything else? Oh, was another guy getting interviewed. Oh, I love my honey packets. Oh, baby.
Yeah. I wish my local news would interview everybody with a exposed midriff shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I know it's a journalist I can trust, by the way.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay, so this is interesting. I didn't see this before. So here's a local connection. The clip, which was posted November 24th, blah, 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 currently sitting at about 500,000, featured an interviewer asking male students, what is the thing that would send a BYU student into a coma that we do here at ASU? So for context, Brigham Young University, private religious university in Utah, predominantly attended by Mormon students. Don't worry, we have lots. Let me tell you something you can trust in. Those students find lots of ways around it. Okay, they do.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Yeah.
You've heard of soaking. Well,
right.
You've heard of Elf on a Shelf. Let me tell you about soaking. Anyway. So apparently this is a thing that's very common in some of these schools. Let's see. For college, difficulty achieving an erection, blah, blah, blah. All right. So it's like that. They're basically It's basically like cheap end, not good, unprescribed Cialis or whatever.
And it comes in a red Solo cup at the liquor store
Yeah.
with a Red Bull attached.
Yeah.
Yes, excellent.
But also,
Fantastic.
I get how students are stupid and they try dumb things, and even if they don't need it, they're like, "Yeah, man, you should totally do it."
All you need is TikTok trend is really just if that appears in the headline or in the first paragraph, then something stupid is about to go down.
Yep. Wasn't it recently former Congressman Matt Gaetz was bragging on the floor to other Republicans who are the ones that told this story, but he was bragging that he liked to crush up ED meds, so like Viagra or whatever. He would crush them up and then chase them with or mix them with Monster energy drinks.
Right.
And that way he, quote, could go all night.
Yeah.
That's great. Put him in a leadership position. Great idea.
Exactly. Boy, if that doesn't qualify somebody to help manage a department, I don't know what does.
Yeah, when you're fratting your whole life, I don't know how that's going to go. Final note, Miller High Life is making a cologne, and it smells like dive bars. That's cool, right? Beer cologne?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll bet it does, because, Miller High Life just on its own smells like a dive bar.
Never had a beer in my life, so I don't even know.
We talked about that, yeah.
Does it smell the way it tastes? Like if
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Any kind of beer, like if I smell a beer and it's Odie or whatever the smell is, then that's probably what it tastes like.
Yeah. Hopefully not Odie, but you're smelling the hops or
Or I guess not
you're
oats.
Yeah, you're smelling hoppy. Give me the haziest IPA you make.
I want it so thick I can chew it.
Yeah, exactly. Schaefer's, Miller High Life. Your cheapest beers are usually the ones that smell the worst.
I got carded the other day, and that was fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Forgot the name of the place, but it was a bar restaurant type thing.
Yeah.
And usually in those places, I look my age. I look like an old guy.
Yeah.
So it's usually not an issue. But this girl was like, got to see your ID.
Just the rules. Yeah.
Yeah, and I said, all right, here you go. And she goes,
Yeah,
oh, okay, that hardly looks like you. And I said, well, that was like, that was 40 pounds ago. I was fat then.
Yeah.
So,
Gina, I got carded somewhere, and I can't remember where it was.
it's fun to think, oh, they think I look young. It's not what they're doing.
Yeah, but it's not. No, it's their rule. We card anyone who is not coming in behind a walker, basically.
Carter gets carded, but it's because she looks young. I get that. We don't. You don't have gray hair all over your chin. By the way, I have a complaint. I'd like to register a complaint with the Genetic Society.
Sure.
When I put my chin up like this,
you
that
can
there's
see
dark here. How dark that is.
Yeah.
And then as it moves
and straight underneath the middle, like a little stripe. Yep.
I'd like a little bit of an evenness there. It's all white over here, or no, here, and then. Can you be consistent, face? What's the deal?
This is the whole reason. It is not to make myself look younger, but the whole reason is just to be even. I use that, and I need to do it because it's
graying up.
It's really light right now. You can barely see it, but that Just for Men shampoo, the gray reducer.
Yeah.
This is naturally dark. The mustache, the beard is not, and so I just try to even things out. I keep a lot of gray still in the beard when I put that stuff in.
Sure.
But,
salt and pepper. I like that.
Salt and pepper. I just want the. It's not really the carpet and the curtains. It's really the the valance and the curtains.
Yeah.
I want those to match.
Yeah, this two-tone stuff sucks. So I'm gonna consider something. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Isn't the valance the thing?
What is the balance? Jack balance?
Isn't the valance the thing that goes across the top of the curtains? Like it's the part of the. It's the thing that hides the curtain rail.
Oh, like a little false front thing that's like a...
Yeah.
Is that a valance?
Yes, exactly. I think that's a valance.
It does push-ups with one hand when they get Oscars? Jack Valance?
The Jack Valance, yes, exactly. So let's do this thing before I hide the curtains because I'm getting very close to burnout.
There you go.
Yes.
I love that. One of my
so the
favorite
valance,
things.
I want the valance to match the curtains. We're going to talk about the carpet.
Yeah. When Brian... He always asks the question, does the valance match the carpet?
Does the valance match the curtains? Yeah. Exactly.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, oh, yeah, they're making a beer and it tastes like a bar.
Yeah, it really is.
Or they're making a perfume, perfume that smells like a bar, not the other way around.
Cologne, yes.
Yeah, or yeah. Nobody wants to drink
but it's
beer.
called Miller High Life Dive Parfume. So that's why I can see why you would say perfume, because it's,
Glad you said that, because that's the best part of this. The name of the damn
Dive
thing.
Barfume.
Yeah, Barfume. Goes on. Yeah, $40
really
by the
didn't
way.
Say it out loud and realize that barf is
Yeah.
part of that.
Yeah.
Like the Miller High Life Dive Barfume.
Yeah, get rid of that dash and you got all kinds of problems. $40 by the way for that. So if you're into it,
Save your money.
get in there.
Save your money and buy some good beer with that.
I agree with you. Let us take a break. When we come back from break, we're going to do some Call Now. Yeah, that's right.
Call now.
We're going to do Call Now because that's the idea. Wendy's not here. She's in Chicago doing important Chicago things. And it's up to us to fill the space. So got a bunch of pre-calls like you guys said you would, and you did. So thank you for
guys
that.
for doing that. You're awesome.
Yep. So we get to hear from people we don't usually hear from, and we may hear from a few of those live as well. That'll all be after this break. Brian, tell us what song we're going to break with.
We're going to hear something brand new from Stella Bridie. Stella Bridie is, I keep looking for in her promo stuff, like where she's from, and I'm probably scanning right past it and I'm missing it. But she has a brand new EP called Speaking Terms. This is the first single from the EP called 6 Foot Drop. Here is Stella Bridie.
This is Claire. My vote for the best song is We Don't Need No Education.
I'm going to play, and you're going to float there and like it.
And we've returned. Tell me one more time who that was.
Sure, that is Stella Bridie from her brand new EP, which is called Speaking Terms. That is the beautiful 6 Foot Drop.
I was going to also say that Wendy, because she's there, she's going to get to see, oh shoot, what did she tell me? She's going to get to see something cool there. Let's see, I can look real quick.
Okay.
Oh, she gets to see Wait, Don't Tell Me live.
Get out, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yep. And meeting up with some friends of theirs from Kentucky to do it, along with whatever business reason she's there. So.
Oh my God, I'd love to watch a taping of Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would be great.
So up your alley too. You'd be
Peter Sagal.
Have you ever tried to? You should be one of the callers on there. You ever think about that?
I've thought about it, but
Yeah. You don't want Dana Gould to make a joke about your, call or something like
I
that.
don't care. And having Carl Castle record my outgoing voicemail message would be kind of cool, but no, it's all right.
All right.
That's all right.
You've got a lot of other fish to fry.
I get a lot of fish to fry. I'm only in things if they make me money now, and so that's it.
I think that's a good way to think about it. All right, everybody.
That's all I care about.
It's time for this.
Call now.
Time for Call Now. That is a chance for you guys to have your calls come in and for us to answer them, and also to play some that came in already. And I'm going to start with that with an emu call.
Ah, yes, the emu. Not to be confused with the emu 2, both of which are my favorite Pokemon.
There you go. I think that was Ian.
That's good. The emu 2.
Didn't that sound like Ian? That sounded like Ian. It
did sound like Ian in his car.
He can confirm if he's in the chat. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a question from Thomas. We'll go ahead and answer this one.
This is for TMS, specifically for the Call Now on Thursday. Hi, Scott. Hi, Brian. This is Thomas from Missouri. And I have a question for you. Okay, so you guys find a magic lamp, you rub it, and Genie pops out, and he says he'll grant each of you one wish, but only one wish. And you can only wish for their health, being to be healthy, wealthy, or wise. You have to pick one of those three. Which one do you pick? I hope this is an interesting question for you guys. Love the show. I'll see you on Thursday.
In today's society, I should preface all these by saying I didn't pre-listen to any of these.
Oh, good. So we're hearing these all fresh.
Yeah,
I love it.
They could say terrible things and we're screwed because we don't know.
Exactly.
I just didn't.
Nipple.
Yeah, I didn't want to have any advanced knowledge of your questions, so I played none
I like
of them.
that. Good. So we have to choose healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Yeah, I think it's an easy answer, but I want to hear yours first.
Do I lose? Like, all right, so if I choose healthy,
Yeah.
then all of a sudden am I poor and stupid, or do I keep whatever level? Do I keep the level of things I have right now?
Well, see, now that's...
I would assume I keep the level of things I have right
Yeah,
now.
I don't think you lose anything by doing that, which is why I think I would choose wealthy, because the other two, in today's society anyway, the other two can be enhanced by the first one.
They're so, boy, you really don't need to be wise these days for anything. I feel like I've got my wisdom where I need it just fine.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'd take wealthy all day long.
I think so too, because I think I can do some good with it. Look, we've been
Yes,
humble work-a-day guys our whole lives. If we suddenly were flush with money, I feel pretty confident neither of us would be insane about it.
We wouldn't turn into Martin Shkreli's.
No, or any of these dicks. I think what would happen...
What cabinet is Martin Shkreli going to be appointed to, by the way? When does that happen?
Well, he has to get his... he gets... what do you call it? A pardon first.
Parole, pardon first.
You got to go pardon, then you get pulled in. Let's see what Health and Human Services. Oh, wait, they already got a guy. I think they already got a guy. Somebody else who's bad at that.
They already got a brainworm guy for that.
Oh, that's right. RFK's doing it, right?
Yes.
We'll see how that goes.
Choice. Anyway, yes. All right.
Let's continue on. Thank you, Thomas. And
I like that. Yeah, good job, Thomas.
Yeah, I think easily the money, though, because the other one, the healthy's nice.
Yeah, the healthy's nice. It would fix my back, which is, we're going on a week now, and I feel like we're close. I've been kind of being tender with it and being good with it and not exerting things. And
we're very parallel lives on this back thing, because my upper back's about a week too, and it's still kind of bugging. It's getting a little better. You know?
What a drag it is getting old.
Oh, it sucks. Sucks. I'm pretty sure I did it by hunching over some art project that I had a really hard deadline on. I think I did it there.
Yeah.
I
know exactly. Well, I know what didn't help things is that I sit in front of this computer right here I'm gesturing with my hands to the screen directly in front of me, but I'd play Astroneer on this computer, and I wouldn't turn my desk or turn my chair to play it. Yeah. I would just like lean over and do this while I'm doing other things on my main computer.
That wrecks me. Can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah.
Take our advice, kids.
It's going to be on that computer. I'm moving my chair.
Yeah, you have to yes. This is good advice. Everybody listening to us, if you're young and you're thinking, no big deal, start now with these habits. You will regret it one day. All right.
Yes, exactly.
I saw an old lady, 92-year-old lady, the other day doing full somersaults, and she says that every day she just stretches. That's all she does. I got to get better at it.
Wow. No kidding.
I get so bored stretching.
You sure it wasn't Molly Shannon doing her act?
No, but I love when she does that. Sister Mary Gallagher. It's one of my favorite things.
Well, that one, but also the I'm 50.
Oh yeah. She's underrated.
She is absolutely underrated. Her guest appearance in the Will and Harper documentary is beautiful. It's just such a beautiful moment.
Because didn't they rode around for a while with her, right? Wasn't that the deal?
They just met up with her at a salon in Los Angeles and had mani-pedis done.
That's so great. I gotta watch that. I think this weekend. Yeah, 50 is the new 40, Icor. That's what we keep telling ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Whatever age we are is the new whatever age we wish we were.
Yeah. It's whatever 10 years ago was. So 90 will be the new 80.
For a title?
Yeah. I don't know. I'd read it. Let's see. Let's play another one. We got this one here from... Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. This is from Chris from Philly, and that's all I know. Yeah. Here it is.
Right. Hey, Scott and Brian. This is a question for TMS Call Now. My name's Chris, calling from Philadelphia. My wife and I just started watching Succession, and we were curious if none of our friends have seen it, so I was wondering if you guys had seen it. We're about 4 episodes in, and we like it. We think it's a little weird, but we're curious about how it goes, wondering if we should stick through it. If you guys liked it, let me know. Appreciate to hear your feedback. Thank you. Love the show, though.
If you can get past Karen Culkin doing nasty things to a window,
That's right. Exactly.
you'll probably be okay. But yeah, we both seen it, right? You've seen the entire
We've both
series.
seen it, and we both loved it. It's it is one of those shows where you have to accept the fact that there's not going to be a character in there that you 100% root for. Like,
yeah,
because they've all got at least a little percentage of sliminess, and even Kieran Culkin's on again off again woman, the relationship, the woman that he kept being horrible to. Oh my gosh, what was her name?
I can't think of her name either.
Miriam or something. Anyway, she was about the closest character that I was rooting for, but then she even did some kind of skeevy stuff. So.
Yeah, it's one of those shows. I wouldn't compare it directly to Breaking Bad because it's not the same.
No,
but there is definitely everyone's kind of terrible, but it works somehow. Like I usually kind of back out of shows like that because I just I can't root for anyone. I don't like these people. And I could see why this would be a show that would maybe put some people off. It's that really hyper competitive family drama stuff.
It's Game of Thrones in the business world, really.
There you go. Yeah. No, you're totally right. Take away the fantasy, make it modern day. That's basically what you're left with.
Yeah.
And Brian Cox is so freaking good.
Oh, he's great. God, he's
anchors the whole thing.
Ruthless and awesome.
Yeah, he's very, very good. All right. Moving down the road here. Let's do this one. This is from, let's see. This is, they didn't put their name, so I didn't read it. So here it is. I'll just play it.
Hey, Sausage and Black Olives. This is Hayes, just listening to TMS 2744, and Brian was talking about pastas that are made to hold sauce better. Well, good news for you. One has been designed. It's probably the newest one. It's called Cascatelli. It was custom made so that sauce would stick to it. Look it up. Ooh. It's not cheap, but you might try it. Hey, great show. Love you guys. Bye.
Cascatelli. Here it is.
Cascatelli. I mean, I feel like penne pasta or creamy peen, because of its tubular nature, holds pasta. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, this looks like a Hydralisk or something.
Oh, weird. Yeah, it looks like the shell of a creature that already shed its early skin.
Yeah, exactly.
The alien's somewhere else in the ship. It's somewhere else on the Romulus station at this point. Holy shit. Look at that, chat.
Yeah, I like that shape. That looks good. And it looks like it would totally hold sauce really, really well.
Way better sauce holder. Yeah.
It just feels so weird, but I don't know why it does, that they're inventing a new pasta shape. Like, I don't know why, and I know I'm wrong in this, but I always think of pasta as like, something that was developed centuries ago. Oh, these are the pasta shapes. No other pasta shapes will be created. Mm-hmm. But your penne, your fusilli, your spaghetti, your vermicelli, let me get that right, et cetera, is all going to be like established. We're done. We're not creating any new ones.
Yeah, you have the Italian stuff in that region, then you have your Asian shaped noodles, and then you kind of are done. And it's usually either flour based or rice based or occasionally something else. And I'm with you. It's like that feels like a zone that is complete. The zone is complete.
It does. Yeah. Like we're not doing anything new there. This looks like, how many pieces of that do I get in Roller Coaster Tycoon to be able to build my...
Oh, I would ride a roller coaster made out of this.
My track. How many of those do I get to make my track in Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Yeah. They just made a new, what's it called? Roller Coaster... It's not Tycoon, but it's like
the mobile game.
No, it's a brand new PC game, Steam Deck game, and it's a sequel to the first one. And I cannot remember, Planet Coaster 2. That's it. Very good game. Very good.
Cool.
Well, Planet Coaster 1 was amazing. I haven't played 2, but it's really, really good. It's basically the spiritual successor to those old games. Very nice. Well done. Let's see what else we got going here. We have Kei Kazumi trying to call in, so I'm going to add them to the call.
Kazumi.
Let's do a live one.
Yeah, we got a live one here.
We got a live one. Let's get this working. Why won't it work? There we go. Hello, is this Kazumi? Hello.
Yes, hello.
Oh, hello. How are you? Go. How are you, sir?
How are you doing?
Doing good, man. Nice to have you.
Your voice really matches your avatar. It's freaking me out.
It's dark. Very dark. No, it's good to have you on, man. What's on your mind here on the Call Now thing that we're doing?
So I have a word of inspiration for those that are struggling with life right now.
All right.
And it just kind of ties with my personal story, if you care to listen.
Let's do it. Let's hear it.
So 2 years ago, I had a life-changing experience where I was an alcoholic and tried to quit a few times and decided I would try to rake the leaves after not drinking for a couple days. So I took a few breaks because it was getting a little tough. And after my third break, I sat down and I knew something was off. And suddenly I felt a vertigo, my vision was narrowing, and it turned out I was having a withdrawal seizure.
Ooh, jeez.
Yeah, so 3 days later, I was released from the hospital, and that is the thing that pushed me over. That was my darkest moment, and I'm 2 years sober now.
Nice.
Wow.
Well done.
As of pretty much today, I'm 2 years sober.
That's great.
Cool.
Yeah, the alcohol withdrawal, especially like, sudden withdrawal, I've always heard can be just freaking brutal, like some of the worst stuff you can go through. And to have you on the other side of that feels real good, man. I'm glad you're doing all right.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations. Jeez.
Yeah, I hope the show is fun to listen to while you continue on your road.
Yeah, and the one thing that I did go to was Celebrate Recovery, which is a Christian-based recovery program, which deals with things that not just alcohol, it deals with hurts, habits, and hangups.
Sure.
And I have a lot of people that go there that also went through Alcohol Anonymous and other programs that help them greatly. And the big thing is that you're with a community of people that are going through similar struggles. That's the biggest part of it.
Yeah, I think that is, my sister says this all the time. The key is to, the biggest kind of growth you're going to get in that situation with recovery is being around people who are going through it with you. There's camaraderie there, but there's also just a sense of, like you said, community. That's a big deal. Yeah. So that's awesome, man. It's super awesome to hear that. I think, obviously it's never quite a thing you're done with, but nothing but luck from us on your journey. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, dude. Thanks for sharing that. And I hope everybody gets a little inspiration from it. Have a great rest of your day, and may all your avatars be cool elf people. Very cool. All right, let's play this one. This is about ads on TV. I think.
Okay.
I think that's what this is.
Hey, Sorting Board. This is regarding last Thursday's TMS and the discussion about drug advertising on TV. I subscribe to a YouTube channel called Dr. Mike. He once pointed out this scenario. Someone sees an ad on TV for a specific medication. He then asks his doctor for it. His doctor advises against it and suggests a different medication and or lifestyle changes.
Did we play this already? Why is this so familiar to me? Maybe not.
Oh, we did. Yes, we did play that one. Yeah, because it was...
Did we then? We must have.
We did, yeah. That was the one talking about New Zealand. Why we're the only two countries that allow...
Right, because the doctor and the HIPAA thing and yeah, we did do this one. I threw it in here thinking we hadn't, but we have.
We haven't, that's all right. Yep.
No wonder I knew what it was about before. All right, so here's one. I have no idea what this one is.
Okay.
So we know I haven't played this before. Here you go.
Hey, I'm okay. This is for the morning stream. You know what's really fun about being an Asian person with ADHD is that we eat rice all the time, and because of the ADHD, I have memes kind of constantly popping in and out of my brain. So now, since I've listened to you guys forever, every single meal I have that has rice, which is a lot, means that every single meal, mentally, I hear, "You can eat rice!" in my head. Almost every time. I had Chinese food yesterday. I just started laughing when the rice came. And my friends always just look at me blankly. This is my life now. Love the show, though. Bye.
I like that. And also, you should do a film for our film festival about You Can Eat Rice. He should be the guy.
Totally. Absolutely.
He's our 30-second film festival guy right there. That's awesome. I do this with some things from the show. Like, I guess it depends what you ask me or what I'm doing. But if anyone says something like, even close to, I can totally see why you like it or something.
We hear that woman's voice in our head. Yeah.
Yeah. Or if somebody scares me, I think of the honk guy. Yeah. The help, it's happening. I say that all the time too. Mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I think we did it yesterday when something we were finishing the bathroom, getting the lights in.
Really? Okay.
And I go, we're in there doing it. And I go, help, it's happening. And they all looked at me like I was weird. Gosh dang it. Yeah, you can say that a lot. Anyway, 1930. Sure. If that year comes up, that's all we think about.
I do. I do the you're a real hoot.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. That comes
You're a
up.
real hoot.
Listen, you're a real hoot. Yeah, that's great. Thank you for the share there. Here's one from Jane of Pride. I actually think this might have come before these Call Me Now calls, but it's okay because I don't think I've heard it. So here we go.
Hey, Scoot and Boogie. Sorry about that. This is Jane Pride calling in response to you guys talking about the history stuff to ease the burden of the election. I know Scott talked about it last week. It was brought up again on the show yesterday. I would like to offer another take on that, as both of the people that have said this so far are, I assume, to be men. As a woman, as a transgender woman in this country especially, I feel like we're just kicking the ball down the road and saying, well, it's not that bad. Remember 1862? Well, that was pretty bad. It makes us become complacent, and it makes us allow for these types of things to happen. So in the words of the great queer folk icon, Ani DeFranco, if you're not angry, you're just plain stupid or you don't care. That's my opinion. Have a great time. Bye.
Yeah, great point, and it gives me
gives
me a chance to kind of modify my reason for digging into history. I did this the other day too with that Wyatt Earp stuff because I just was like, all right, what was everything else at the time, and you don't realize how close the Earp stuff was to the turn of the century and everything changing with cars and the Industrial Revolution and all this stuff. And it isn't that I'm going back and reading history to say, oh, things were bad then too, so everything's okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's to not only get a perspective of what things were like, sometimes harder, sometimes less so, but that is important, I think, that perspective. It makes you feel less generationally alone, right? Mm-hmm. But it also helps confirm that there is progress, and that progress usually happens on the ground where I can control it. Where it doesn't happen, which is the whole point of this, where it doesn't happen is me getting on a platform like X and yelling into the void. Nothing happens. It changes nothing. Right. It affects no one. It does zero. It moves the needle not at all. If anything,
it doesn't even make you feel better. It doesn't make you feel worse. It's just yeah, and it doesn't help anyone. But what does help people is people I know, like in vulnerable groups, like in my life, in my circle, in my community. Those people I can help directly and having an effort to do so is all you need there. So just some clarity on that. It isn't that usual thing of like put your head in a hole and hope it all goes away. That is not the point. Wait for exactly. Wait for it to pass.
Yeah, because if you can't, otherwise, I say yelling into the void a lot, but it really is that. There's nothing happening from me getting online and being angry and telling people how to be. It's not going to work. It hasn't worked. It hasn't worked at all. No. I've proven it out. Plus it ruins my mental health. So my desire in blocking all of that out of my life right now, which I am, and I've been very successful at doing it, is not just to block it out of my life and make me feel better. Because you're right. I'm in a privileged position. White cis guy decides to put his head in a hole. It sounds like a pretty common thing. But that's not what I'm doing. The idea is to say, wall up to the noise that I can't do shit about, and then turn my attention to who I can help. Turn my attention to where I can actually make a difference. That's it. That's the change.
Acting locally, thinking globally, but you can only have an influence on your inner circle.
Yeah,
and you got to hope that if enough people, take their inner circle, their inner circles will widen, and their other inner circles will widen, and all that stuff will spiral out.
Yeah, and I consider Brian's right, and I consider our community to be a part of that circle. So we do have more influence outside of just my neighborhood and Brian's neighborhood. We do, of course, we do. Yeah. We know that, and we are an ally in that space the best we can be, and always learning, always doing better, all of that, and we will continue to do that. I'm just not going to yell at strangers anymore. I'm done. Can't do it. It doesn't do any good. And you know what? Who I mute now? I mute everybody who's a dick, and I also mute people like George Takei. God love him. Love my Star Trek. Dude, you're freaking exhausting. You're exhausting.
Yeah,
it's just
it's almost too much the other direction, right?
Yeah, it's like swing that pendulum back a little bit, and all of that. I mean, he has big influence. I understand, and that's good.
Sure.
I think he's on the right side of history overall. But him yelling at me to get me to yell at someone else is not. We are not moving the needle.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just going to go where I can move the needle around, like that.
Yep.
That was my needle noise. You like that?
I loved it. I love the visuals with it too. We're great.
Yeah, and always like hearing from Jana. So thanks for that. Here is Kentucky liquor laws. Let's see what that's about.
Good morning, Mr. Scott and Brian. This is for TMS. Listening to the Monday show or the Monday episode from this current week, and you all were talking about liquor laws in Utah and Colorado. I am from Kentucky. And in my county that I reside in, you are able to purchase alcohol Monday through Saturday, normal business hours, whatever the business is. And then on Sunday, you can purchase it after 1 o'clock and up until, I believe, 6 o'clock. But here's the caveat. We have some counties that are completely dry, meaning you can't buy alcohol in them ever. And we have other counties that, like the one I live in, that we consider wet. Hope you all have a great week. Thank you much for the content and the shows. Bye.
I'd never considered obviously the opposite of a dry county would be a wet county.
Sure, it's a wet county.
Yeah.
No, that's we were like that before here in Colorado. Actually, for quite a while, it was Monday through Saturday, and then on Sundays nothing. Then we changed it to Sundays you could get 3-2 or less, no spirits, just beer 3-2 or less, and now it's anytime, anything, anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we have fully become wet.
I was going to say you're a very wet and smoky county, very smoky county.
State. Yes, exactly.
Very cool. Here's one that's late breaking, but play it. I don't know what this is at all. So here we go.
Ahoy there! This is for TMS. Ahoy there! This is Zarek. Hey there, Sport and Boob. So this call is about brain associations, weird brain associations. I'm hoping you guys can make sense of it. So for whatever reason, I cannot think of one of the following three actors without thinking of the other two. Gary Busey, Steve Buscemi, Willem Dafoe.
Oh, weird.
I don't know why. I can't think of one film that any combination of those three did together, but there's some weird energy that all three of them have that my brain, for whatever reason, finds a pattern and clumps them together.
Yeah, I do this. Obviously a lot because we talk about it on the shows, but my biggest confusion is one that shouldn't be confusing. I get Kurt Russell and Michael Douglas mixed up.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
And I don't think they're anything like each other. They're sort of
no.
not at all. But when someone says, "Hey, who are you thinking of?" I always say one of the wrong names, and I don't know why.
In their time, both of them were extremely handsome, and one of them still is.
Yeah, one of them's aged better than the other. Let's say that.
Yeah, but we have that all the time with Maggie Grace and Leslie Bibb. Like, get those two confused all the time, but that's purely on looks. And the Dafoe, Busey, and Buscemi don't look alike, but they all they're all in that kind of weird looking area, And I don't think anybody's like, oh, Brian, how dare you say Busey's weird looking?
Look, in the words of Fargo, the guy she was with was the small, funny looking one, and that's what we're saying.
One.
He's funny looking,
That's right.
and you know what?
Looking.
I'll bet Buscemi would tell you himself that he's got an odd look. That's his whole thing.
Totally,
it's his vibe.
Exactly. He's cast in a lot of his roles because he's got an odd look, and Busey is the same, and Defoe for sure.
Yeah.
So I can see why you'd get those. I can definitely see why you confuse them.
No, I totally get it. There's a lot of weird ones. Do you have any that you think of where you always mix them up?
Like that aren't in the situation of they look alike, but that I get confused. Yes. We've talked about on the show. Let's see. No, the Benny guy and the Frost Nixon guy are ones that look alike, so I don't count those.
Something Drake and
Larry Drake.
Larry Drake and the other guy.
Yeah.
He's great.
He's great.
Apparently he's kind of a jerk on set, but whatever. I can't think of his name.
So you go. Let's talk about any of those that you have.
How about
you already said the
right, the who's it's. I can't think of any more. I know there's more though. I do this all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not because they look like each other. It's because I've got some other association with them.
I mean, it's completely different genre, but there are bands that I do this with all the time. I sadly and shoot me, fine, come at me, it's fine. But I get Soundgarden and Alice in Chains confused quite a bit.
Sure.
I get the Killers and Franz Ferdinand confused a lot.
I think for me, it's Counting Crows and the Killers. That's a weird one, right? Because they're almost a separate generation. They don't even cross paths as far as I'm concerned. But for whatever reason, I mix those two up. Bands are a good one because I'll bet people have a lot of that in their heads where they're like, "Wait, didn't he sing for whoever?" And you're like,
exactly.
"No."
And
Yeah.
So no, it's a good point. I know it'll come to me that there's a
Frank Langella. That's it, Frank Langella.
Frank Langella. Well done.
Sometimes you have to do like you say and talk about a whole other thing, and then the name comes rushing into your brain.
Yeah.
Nobody said it in the chat, or if they did, I didn't see it. So don't be taking credit then.
Nope, nobody said in chat. You got that one completely on your own.
Well, that's great. I love calls like that.
Yeah, I do too.
It's fun to think about. Maybe there's some science in that, Bobby. Put that on your notepad and write it. All right. Well, that's going to do it for today's call now.
Nice.
This is a nice chunk of stuff from everybody. I know that there are probably a couple more waiting in the wings. I'll get those converted and use them on the show for regular calls, so don't worry about that. Those will be coming up soon, or even the next time we do call now. Who knows? In the meantime, though, let's get out of here. A couple of things. Coverville today. What's going on? Tell us what you got.
There will be one today. I don't know exactly the time. It might still be at noon. I've got an 11 o'clock conference call that will not go more than an hour, but I still need a little bit of time afterwards. So at the very least, 12:15. But December, always usually fills up with certain shows that I have to do. The Coverville Countdown, often a Christmas episode. And so there are birthdays that don't often get celebrated in December because of timing with those other shows. Case in point, Annie Lennox, lead vocalist for the Eurythmics, but incredible solo artist. I don't get to do an Annie Lennox Eurythmics show very often, so that is going to be today. All of your favorites, of course: Sweet Dreams, Love is a Stranger, Thorn in My Side, Walking on Broken Glass. A lot of people don't realize No More I Love Yous is not an original from Annie Lennox. It's a cover of a song by I-10. So Annie Lennox today, twitch.tv/Coverville. Just keep an eye on my Blue Sky or Threads. I'll post on there when I'm going to go live, or just go to twitch.tv/Coverville at noon, and at the very least you'll see the episode starting in 15 minutes kind of thing. But 12:15 at the latest. You won't be waiting long.
Nice. Check it out. I love Annie Lennox, so you had me at her.
Too. She has such an incredible voice. And there will be a cover of her Into the West song from Lord of the Rings, which was what got her an Oscar.
Nice. Well, speaking of Blue Sky, Brian's on there as Coverville. I'm there at Scott Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, my new one is scottjohnson.zip because you can do your own domain. And the reason I did that is because the Scott Johnson was kind of hard to search for.
Oh, sure.
And .zip was available. So I bought it and used it for that. And I don't want people to think I'm a compressed file or anything, but that's a new domain, I guess, you can get.
Great. Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, Scott Johnson up there. And you, of course, find the show now at Morning Stream as well.
That reminds me, actually, I did pick up, and I'll have announcements on dates very soon. I'm actually working with the Plaza right now and confirming we've got the start to the contract, so dates are about to be locked in, and they're pretty much what you expect them to be. If you're familiar with TMS Vegas, you can pretty much figure out what the dates are going to be.
Sure.
But thanks to Tanner, I now have the domain tms.vegas.
Oh, Vegas domain.
Vegas domain. So tms.vegas.
Sweet.
And that'll make it really easy. Nothing's there yet. But I'm just gonna repoint vivatms vegas.com over that one, and that's gonna make it a lot easier for people to find it.
Very, very nice. More on that soon. Been working. Brian's been working behind the scenes, getting stuff ready.
And despite me saying, okay, well, these are the things that we need, I still get a thing back that says, okay, so you're going to hold a conference call in Pink Box. You're going to do bingo for 27 people, and you want this. I'm like, no, that's not at all what I want.
No.
I have this specific thing that I want.
Yeah,
So.
It's funny. He has to retrain him every time they have a turnover on the employee.
Totally, exactly.
Yep.
It's like I just need the TMS Vegas orientation kit, as Bobby suggested. I just send that to them and say, read this, sign it, get it back to me when you've read it, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, a little 5-minute webinar every time.
Exactly.
Well, anyway, so check that out. Also, today, Core at noon. If you want to hear the latest and greatest in gaming, me, Bo, John, noon. It's that time of the week, so check that out, frogpants.tv. It'll be live. It'll also be up on the podcast and everything else afterwards, of course. And you can find everything else about this show at frogpants.com/TMS. And a reminder, if you're at home thinking, man, I'd sure like to do a voicemail for the show like all those good ones we heard, that number is easy to remember and put in your phone, 801-471-0462. Keep it handy. That's going to do it for us, I think. Brian, let's get out of here with a song.
Yeah, this one, a birthday request for somebody that we know, we love, and we are always happy to see every day when we pop into the chat room. Her birthday is actually tomorrow, but this is going to her today because more people will hear it today than if we were to do it in tomorrow's TMS Friday, and I want to make sure she gets the widest possible audience. That said, sign up for our Patreon, like Scott said, and get those Friday shows.
Yeah,
Let's
live even.
Make the numbers even between the two.
Yeah, we go live at 9 a.m. tomorrow. It's an hour-long show. Right. We do lots of fun stuff we don't during the week, and it's this extra hour you're not going to get any other way. So sign up and get in there. Yeah.
Sign up today. Okay. Jeannie has a birthday. She says, hi, guys. Since TMS, she says, hiya, guys. Since TMS started in January 2011, this is my lucky 13th birthday request. Wow. This year, rather than annoying the cover man with a birthday request for a song encompassing 4 different genres, I'll be nice and just ask for one. Ska. Too many birthdays. Love the show, though. Jeannie.
I love that she loves ska so much.
I do, too.
I don't know why, because I think of her as very, like
classic movies, puppets,
just very and serious. But what a great thing to be into. I think that's freaking great.
It's fantastic. And when I try and pick a song that I know she's gonna like, I do try and go back a ways. I didn't go back far enough. We talked about this earlier this week. I asked her if she liked The King and I, the musical with Yul Brynner, and she doesn't, but maybe she likes this song.
All right.
Because I was able to locate a ska version of one of the songs from The King and I, the musical, Shall We Dance? This is by the Ska-Mots, S-K-A-M-O-T-T-S, as if it's like you're getting ska and delicious applesauce with it.
Nice.
From their 2024 album, Film Ska, which does have a bunch of ska covers of things like Hedwig's theme from Harry Potter and Star Wars and all that sort of thing. This is, I heard this and I said, oh, I love this. Here are the Ska-Mots and Shall We Dance?
Those pants are made for frogging, if you know what I mean. I actually don't. Frogpants.com.
That was you, by the way. right there.
Sure it is. That sounds like something I'd say.